Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudira Nashtuprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhakti Naistiki. Sorry, today I'm out of town, and the next 1 week I won't be back in the house. So I'm trying to get the class by recording today. Hopefully, I can give live class tomorrow, but if not, then I'll give recording for next 4 or 5 days. I'll let you know. So we're continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 2, text number 12. Yanmartya Lila Upaikam Swayoga Maya Balam Darshayata Grihitam Vishmapanam Swasyacha Sobhagadrahidhe Param Padam Bhushan Bhushanangam. The Lord appeared in the mortal world by his internal potency, Yogmaya. He came in his eternal form, which is just suitable for his pastimes. These pastimes were wonderful for everyone, even for those proud of their own opulence, including the Lord himself in his form as the Lord of Vaikuntha. Thus his, Sri Krishna's transcendental body is an ornament of all ornaments. Beautifully it said, Bhushan Bhushana Angam. He is the ornament of all the ornaments. Let's see what Prabhupada says. In conformity with the Vedic hymns, Nitya Nityanam Chetnas Chetnanam, personality of Godhead is more excellent than all of the living beings within all the universes in the material world. He is the chief of all living entities. No one can surpass him or be equal to him in wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, or renunciation. When Lord Krishna was within this universe, he seemed to be a human being because he appeared in a manner just suitable for his pastimes in the mortal world. He did not appear in human society in his Vaikuntha feature with 4 hands because that would not have been suitable for his pastimes. But in spite of his appearing as a human being, no one was or is equal to him in any respect in any of the 6 different opulences. Everyone is more or less proud of his opulence in this world. Proud of his means one's own self. But when Lord Krishna was in human society, he excelled all his contemporaries within the universe. And now, not just the within the universe, without also. So Krishna, he appears as a human being in two-handed form. Of course, that's his eternal form as Shyam Sundar. But when he appears, like Prabhupada saying, he seemed to be a human being because he appears in a manner just suitable for his pastimes in the mortal world. Because if he had appeared as Narayan, just like when he appeared as Lord Nrsimhadev, he appeared just for a little while, and then he went back. Because nobody could relate with him. Prahlad Maharaj did relate with him, but just for a while. When he appeared as Varahadev, he performed his pastime of killing Hiranyaksha, and that was about it. But when he appears as like Vamandev, two-handed, small, dwarf, Brahman, he performed his pastimes for quite a while because everybody could relate with him. And those pastimes are very sweet. Lord Ram, for quite some while, he appeared because everybody could relate with him. Lord Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he appears in this human-like form, then people can relate with him, they can enjoy with him his pastime. But even though he appears as like a human being, he still has all the 6 opulences in full. He doesn't display them all the time, but he displays them whenever the need is there. But he withdraws those opulences as soon as the need is over because he doesn't want the opulences to be in the way of his pastimes with his devotees in the way, an obstacle to to have this loving relationship with his devotees all the time. Because his opulences, they come in the way. Just like Krishna, when he showed his mother Yashoda the whole Brahman in his mouth, Mother Yashoda, of course, she is the epitome of Vatsalya Ras, but even for a moment she was wondering, who is this child? But then Krishna had to wind up all this Brahman and everything, and then Mother Yashoda thought, maybe it was just illusion, I was just dreaming. This is my Lala, who has eaten dirt. This is Krishna. He has all the opulences. He has all the opulences are there to serve him at any moment, but he lets them serve him whenever it is really need is there. When the Lord's pastimes are visible to the human eye, they're called prakrit, or prakat, prakat. And when they're not visible, they're called aprakat, means manifested or unmanifested. In fact, the Lord's pastimes never stop, just as the sun never leaves the sky. The sun is always in its right orbit in the sky, but it's sometimes visible and sometimes invisible to our limited vision. Similarly, the pastimes of the Lord are always current in one universe or another. But when Lord Krishna disappeared from the transcendental abode of Dwarka, it was simply a disappearance from the eyes of the people there. It should not be misunderstood that his transcendental body, which is just suitable for the pastimes in the mortal world, is in any way inferior to his different expansions in the Vaikuntha Lokas. So his transcendental body as Shamsundar is not in any way inferior to his body in Vaikuntha Loka, his four-handed form. His body manifested in the material world is transcendental par excellence in the sense that his pastimes in the mortal world excel his mercy displayed in the Vaikuntha Lokas. These are special qualities of his pastimes in the material world, especially Krishna's pastimes, because as I have explained earlier, many of these pastimes he does not display or does not manifest in the spiritual world. Just like his taking birth, Leela, his babyhood pastimes, his killing of demons pastimes, Mahabharata pastime. That doesn't happen in the spiritual world. It only happens here. In the Vaikuntha Lokas, the Lord is merciful towards the liberated or Nitya Mukta living entities. But in his pastimes, in the mortal world, he is merciful even to the fallen souls who are Nitya Baddha or conditioned forever. So that's why his pastimes in the mortal world are considered more sweet, because they are there to attract even the Nitya Baddha or conditioned souls. His pastimes in the spiritual world are there for Nitya Mukta, who are all liberated. Of course, they relish it more, but how much sweeter he has to make his pastimes to attract all of us. Over there in the spiritual world, everybody is automatically attracted. Everybody is naturally attracted. Here we are not. So he has to turn up the meter of sweetness much more to attract us, because we are so much attracted to Maya. The six excellent opulences which he displayed in the mortal world by the agency of his internal potency, Yog Maya, are rare even in the Vaikuntha Lokas. All his pastimes are manifested not by material energy, but by his spiritual energy. Of course, all his pastimes are under Yoga Maya, not under Mahamaya. The excellence of his Ras Leela at Vrindavan and his householder life with 16,000 wives is wonderful even for Narayan in Vaikuntha, and is certainly so for other living entities within this mortal world. His pastimes are wonderful even for other incarnations of the Lord, such as Sri Ram, Nrsimha, and Vara. His opulence was so super excellent that his pastimes were adored even by the Lord of Vaikuntha, who is non-different from Lord Krishna himself. These are the sweetness of his pastimes in the modern world, in the material world. There is a pastime in after the war, after the Mahabharata war, when Maharaj Yudhishthira was enthroned. And Krishna was once visiting Hastinapur, and one Brahman came. Let me take it back. I don't remember whether it was in Hastinapur or it happened in Dwarka. One of the two places. So Krishna and Arjun, they were together. And one Brahman came and he was crying. And he was saying, "Oh, is there no Kshatriya here anymore? All the Kshatriyas are dead." And Arjun, being a Kshatriya, holder of Gandiv, he said, "What's the problem? How come you're saying there are no Kshatriya? I'm the Kshatriya." And Krishna was looking, don't do that. There's something else going on. But Arjun being Arjun, he is devotee of the Lord and he's a Kshatriya. So he could not take the insult. And he knows Krishna will always protect me anyway. So he said, "What's the problem?" Brahman said, "I had so many sons, 7, 8, I don't remember exact number. But as soon as they're born, they die. So either something is wrong with the Kshatriya king, because the rule is father should die first and son should live, but not the son should die. Because that's a righteous rule. Of course, Kali Yuga, everything is topsy-turvy. Even the grandsons are dying and grandfathers are living. But according to the rule, if the king is right, then father should live. Oh, father should die before the son. But he said, so many of my sons have died just after taking birth. So means something is wrong with the king here. And there are no Kshatriyas to protect my sons. Arjun got very angry. He said, "Oh, you're insulting my brother and myself? How come?" He said, "Okay, I'll protect your house with my arrows. And I'll see how death can enter this house. And if I cannot protect your next son, then I'll take Agni Samadhi. I'll immolate myself." And Krishna was like, "No, Arjuna, don't take this vow." Arjuna had already done. So the time of birth came, and Arjun, as he said, he covered his house with his arrows. And Arjun himself was at the door with his bow and arrows to see if Yamraj appears, and he was ready to fight with Yamraj. But same thing happened. As soon as the son was born, there was a cry and son died. And then the Brahman again came out crying. He said, you say you are a Gandhivdhari, you are a Kshatriya, you are this, you are that, you're nobody. You're not even fit to be called a Kshatriya. And Arjun was really like, what happened here? He was really feeling bad. This was big insult. And so he created this fire for fire. And he was going to kill himself by jumping in that fire. Right at that moment, Krishna appears. And Krishna says, no, Arjun, let's see where his sons have gone. You can still kill yourself later on. Let's find out what happened to the sons. So Arjun and Krishna, they both went on the chariot, or Krishna's chariot, and they went to Yamloka. Yamraji came out. He said, no, Krishna, my dear Lord, I haven't taken the Brahman sons. Please don't blame me. They are not here. So Arjun was bewildered. What's happening? Where did the sons go? So Krishna then took the chariot everywhere, all the heavenly planets, beyond the heavenly planets, all the lokas, Brahma Loka, and everywhere, nowhere the sons were found. Then Krishna said, let's go out. So they went even beyond Brahma Loka. They went towards the covering of the universe. And it is said in Bhagavatam, because at that location, when they were going through the covering. It was pitch dark because sunlight wasn't there. So the horses, they were bewildered. Now where to go? It was complete dark. So Krishna sends his Sudarshan Chakra in the front to show the way to the horses. So the horses followed Sudarshan Chakra. And they went through the covering of the universe, all the 7 coverings. Our earth covering is if we consider the universe as earth, and the earth, water, fire, air, ether, sky, ether, then mind, intelligence, false ego. So they went through all the coverings, and they saw every covering was 10 times as wide as the previous one. And then the horses were going, the chariot was going, and Arjun was bewildered, where are we going? And then crossing that, Krishna went to Karan Sagar, and he went to Karnodakshaya, Mahavishnu Loka. So he went there, and Mahavishnu, from his Yog Nidra, he came out, and he paid obeisances to Krishna. He brought all the sons of Brahma, and he paid obeisances, and he very smilingly he said, actually I wanted to take your darshan. That's why I did this leela of taking the sons of Brahman away. And I want to take darshan of Arjun too. So now I have taken darshan of both of you. Please forgive me for any offenses. So this is the beauty of Krishna and Krishna's pastimes. Even Mahavishnu, Lord Narayan himself, is eager to take his darshan. He said, I could not have come to Dwarka to take your darshan. That's why I had to perform this pastime of taking the Brahman sons away. So even they are ready. They want to take part in his pastimes, or they want to take his darshan. They want to witness this beautiful pastimes of Krishna. In fact, related to that, today is also disappearance day of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to South India, then there was this Chaturmasya, rainy season had started when he had just entered Srirangam. So he decided to stay for 4 months at Srirangam. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami's father, Venkat Bhatta, so he had a house. He invited Mahaprabhu to come stay in his house. So Venkat Bhatta, there were 3 brothers, Venkat, Tirmal Bhatta, and Prabodhanand Saraswati. And Venkat Bhatta had a son, Gopal Bhatta. And Gopal Bhatta was 7 years old when Mahaprabhu came over there. And they were all devotees of Ranganathji. Ranganathji means Lord Narayan. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, besides other pastimes, Mahaprabhu would just have some friendly discussion with Venkat Bhatta. So Mahaprabhu once jokingly started to ask Venkat Bhatta that, my dear Venkat Bhatta, answer me this question. You say Lakshmi ji is a very chaste wife of Narayan. She is always serving Narayan. She is always with Narayan. Then why is it that Lakshmi ji wants to have association of my Lord Krishna in Vrindavan? So Venkat Bhatt said, well, my dear Lord, as far as I know, Narayan and Krishna, there is no difference. They are the same. So there is nothing wrong, and we cannot call Lakshmi ji unchaste if she is just trying to get association of another feature of her husband. So Mahaprabhu said, okay, that makes sense. They both are the same tattva. But then he said, why is it that Lakshmi ji still cannot enter Ras Leela of Krishna? And she is doing tapasya in Belvan. Actually, there is, in Vrindavan, among all the 12 ones, there is a place called Belvan. Hopefully, whenever Krishna's mercy, Radharani's mercy. Whenever we go there next, go to Vrindavan next, we can visit that place. And Lakshmi ji is doing tapasya over there since times immemorial in Belwan to get qualification or eligibility to enter into Ras Leela of Krishna. And she still hasn't gotten that qualification. Actually, when she started performing tapasya at Belwan, so after a while, gopis, because gopis are the main guardians of Ras Leela of Krishna, so they came to her. They said, Lakshmi ji, why are you doing this tapasya? Lakshmi ji said, well, this is my heartfelt desire. I want to enter the Ras Leela of Krishna and dance with Krishna, just like you all do. Gopi said, well, Lakshmi ji, there is an entrance exam for that Ras Leela entrance. Lakshmi ji said, okay, I'm ready. What are the questions? They said, first question is, are you ready to take this makhan and dahi and in pots and carry those pots, like 3-4 pots in a row on your head and go from village to village? Lakshmi ji said, no, I cannot do that. First of all, I cannot balance those pots. And secondly, why would I want to carry pot of yogurt and butter? I'm Lakshmi. I'm wearing so many opulent jewelry and sari and everything will be messed up if I do that. Gopi said, oh, see, first question of entrance exam, you didn't pass. But still you have a chance. Another question. Are you ready to take this cow dung of the cows and make patties of those cow dungs on the huts just like we do? Lakshmi said, you cow dung? I'm not going to touch that cow dung. It's so yucky. I mean, I have so much jewelry. I have beautiful hands. They have been properly taken care of with so many maid servants. Why would I want to touch cow dung with those hands? And the gopi said, well, see, Lakshmanji, there's still another question. If you still have a chance. Are you ready to leave everything in the middle of the night when Krishna plays his flute at the banks of Yamuna, to leave everybody, your household, your family, your kids, your father, your husband, and just run towards the banks of Yamuna to be with Krishna? Lakshmi said, no, I can never do that. Then Gopi said, well, Lakshmi, you don't qualify for Ras Leela. You cannot enter Ras Leela. You just stay here, do your tapasya, maybe we'll give you some service, but not enter Ras Leela. So anyway, so Mahaprabhu asked Venkat Bhatt this question. How come Lakshmi is still performing Ras Leela and he can performing tapasya to enter Ras Leela, but she cannot enter? And Venkat Bhatt said, oh my Lord, you're the same Krishna, you're the same Narayan, you know the answer better than I do. So Ras Leela of Krishna is so attractive that even Lakshmi ji wants to enter. Pastimes of Krishna are so attractive that even Narayan wants to witness those pastimes. This is the super sweetness of pastimes of Krishna. And one cannot understand those pastimes without the mercy of Krishna or his devotees. Just like Ras Leela, without the mercy of gopis, nobody can enter that. Related to that, Ras Leela, again, I think next time we go to Vrindavan, we should avoid going to Govardhan and Barsana. But of course, those are the best places. But we have to go to other places also to see other places. There's another place called Mansarovar in Braj Mandal. So in Braj Mandal, everything is there. Every holy place is there in Braj Mandal. Mansarovar is there, Kedarnath, Badrinath, Har Ki Pauri, everything, every tirtha, every dham is there in Brajmandal. So Mansarovar, so once Krishna was doing his Raslila at the banks of Mansarovar, Shivji had a desire to enter Raslila. Everybody has a desire because Krishna's pastimes, especially his pastimes with gopis, are so sweet. Shivji had a desire. So Shivji came. Of course, gopis, Brajvasis and Brajvasis, they stopped Shivji. They say, Shivji, where are you going? Where do you think? Bhole Baba, where are you going? Oh, my dear gopis, I wanted to enter Raslila. Do you want to enter Raslila? You have this ghost, goblins with you. You have the snakes on your body. You have the ashes of crematorium on your body. Do you think you're fit to enter Raslila? You go take bath in this Mansarovar. Take 3 dips. Gopis are gopis. They can do anything and everything. Nobody can stop them. So Shivji followed their instructions. He took first dip. And when he took first dip in Mansarovar, all the ghosts and goblins, they went away. Second dip, all the snakes went away. Third dip, all the crematorium ashes went away, and he got the form of a lady. But when he came to the Raslila arena again at the boundary, Gopi said, Shivji, see, now you got the form of a gopi, but still you're not qualified to enter Raslila. You cannot take part in Raslila. You don't have that mood of a gopi. But you want to serve Krishna in Raslila, so we give you service. Because Shivji is Kshetrapal of every dham of Krishna. So they said, you become a Kshetrapal of this Raslila arena. So that no unwanted, unauthorized, ineligible, unqualified person can enter Raslila. So since that day, in Vrindavan, there is a temple of Shivji called Gopeshwar Mahadev. So every evening, Mahadev is dressed as a gopi. They do the shringar of a gopi on Mahadev. In fact, today being Monday and in the month of Savan, beautiful day, Shivji is really dressed as gopi over there. So even Shivji cannot enter Raslila, but they have so much of attraction to enter Raslila. Super sweet and ecstatic pastime of Krishna. Talking about that, even Narad Muni had a desire to not enter Raslila, but he wanted to associate with the gopis and Krishna in the form of a lady. So when we do Govardhan Parikrama, there is a place called Kusum Sarovar. So gopis, kusum means flowers. So every day gopis and Srimati Radharani, they come over there to pick flowers for the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Of course, when we go there, we just see some dirty pond and some rocks and some broken down palace over there, but it's not so actually in the real sense. So Narad Muni came there and he wanted to enter. So Gopi said, no, Narad Muni, you cannot just enter like that. You cannot force yourself. So Narad Muni said, what do I have to do? So he begged them. So this is the real way of entering or getting some eligibility to enter Krishna's pastime. So he begged them, please give me some mercy. So Gopi said, okay. You take bath in this Kusum Sarovar. So when Narad Muni took bath in that Kusum Sarovar, he got the form of a woman, of a lady, of a gopi. So Gopi said, okay, they named him, okay, now you're Naradiya Gopi. Okay, now Naradiya Gopi, now what? But still, you don't have qualification to enter these pastimes. But you go there is now when we do parikrama of Govardhan, on right hand side is Kusum Sarovar. We go a little bit further, and on the left hand side, all of course it is off the road a little, and we go inside. There's a place called Narad Kund. So they said, okay, you sit there at Narad Kund, of course, at that Kund, and it became later known as Narad Kund. And you sit there and you write about bhakti and the pastimes. So that place, Narad Muni sat down and he composed this beautiful book called Narad Bhakti Sutra in that mood of a gopi. So point is, it's not at all easy to understand or witness for what to talk about, enter the pastimes of Krishna. Even Narad Muni, Shivji, Lakshmi ji, they have so much hard time. And if we think just by chanting for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, we are eligible to enter those pastimes, this is the biggest illusion we are in. It's only by mercy of Prabhupada that we have been given some services, some service of maybe cooking for Krishna, dressing Krishna, cleaning Krishna's temple, making flower garlands, or some other services for Krishna's pastimes. These are just little, very tiny, very baby steps we are taking to make ourselves little eligible to serve Prabhupada. And through Prabhupada, by mercy of Prabhupada, by mercy of Guru Parampara, by mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we might be eligible in one of these lifetimes to enter the spiritual world and to serve Radharani and Krishna through by staying under the guidance of Prabhupada. That's all we can do. Of course, even that is a very big achievement. Hopefully, while doing that, we don't commit offenses and we don't put a break in the process of bhakti, or we don't get proud of ourselves, or we don't get distracted in one way or other. So it's a long process. Of course, by mercy of Prabhupada, by mercy of Mahaprabhu, everything is possible. But still, we have to do our services properly. And understanding that these pastimes of Krishna, they're sweet, but they're very difficult for one to attain or even realize those pastimes. We have to make ourselves very, very, very pure to even understand, to get the mercy of Krishna to understand these pastimes. So I don't want to dishearten anybody, but this is a reality. So thank you all very much. You all have a wonderful day. Please forgive me for not giving a live class, not being able. I'm at a different city right now. And so that's for the recording. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, the recording will be there. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Jai Shri Prabhupada.